I can never stress enough how important dreaming is. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of lucid dreams. Imagine being aware that you're dreaming and being able to take control of your dreams. Let's explore what lucid dreaming is all about, its history, importance, and how you can take control of your dreams yourself. Lucid dreaming happens when you are in control of your dream. This typically happens during the rapid eye movement stage of sleep, also called the REM stage of sleep. And this is the stage in where you dream. During a lucid dream, you become aware of your consciousness and may even control what happens in your dream. So for myself, I started to experience lucid dreams after I was done with my therapy and also when I had my experience with LSD. It was quite an amazing feeling to all of a sudden be aware in my dreams that I was conscious and I knew that I was dreaming. Lucid dreaming isn't a new concept. The first record of lucid dreaming can be traced back to ancient Greece. Aristotle, and I hope I didn't fuck that up, the philosopher mentioned it in his work on dreams, describing a state of self-awareness during dreaming. He wrote about a sleeper realizing their dream state, noticing that the real person or object wasn't present, which reflects a deep understanding of self-awareness within dreams. In the present day, Dr. Stephen LaBerge, and probably fucked that one up as well, has been pioneering lucid dream research. In the last 20 years, his work has opened up a lot of possibilities of using dreams or lucid dreaming for therapeutic purposes, such as treating PTSD, recurring nightmares, and anxiety. So to understand the importance of lucid dreaming, it's also important, of course, to understand why dreaming is important. Dreams are more than just stories our mind creates while we sleep. They're a reflection of recent life happenings, and it plays a vital role in processing emotions and helping consolidate memories. Let me give you a few examples of why dreaming is important. First of all, dreams reflect real-life concerns. Dreams are often processing emotions or feelings that we have towards the experiences that we go throughout the day. And it can even resurface a week later or way later. They reflect both immediate and long-standing concerns, offering insights into your subconscious mind. Here's a little example. A while ago, I had a dream. While I was dreaming, I had broken glass in my mouth. And then I started to think of okay, why is this actually happening? And the importance of dreaming and also understanding its symbolism, that I wasn't expressing myself as I should. I was holding back towards the people that were close to me, and I wasn't telling them the full story because, well, I didn't feel safe enough to do so. But this is also what is meant to sort of reflect real-life concerns that you might have. Emotions play, of course, as well an important role. The content of our dreams isn't just random. It specifically targets emotions that you might walk around with and that you might not express. This also suggests that dreams help us process important feelings and events from our waking lives. And I already made a video about my whole experience towards my grandma. My grandma and I didn't have a close relationship, but all of a sudden I found myself in her house and I got a whole different perspective of my grandma. Due to the fact that our relationship wasn't great and, well, I was young and she didn't treat me in the best possible way. Later on in my dream, I found out that she actually did a lot for us. She kept a lot of stuff. She was often just trying to make our days better and etc. But I only found this out years later because she passed away already 15, 20 years ago. But having this experience within my dream gave me a whole different perspective and also made me realize that we all have flaws. And I was able to forgive my grandma and also look at the situation differently due to that dream. Dreams also help with your memory. Studies show that sleep and dreaming help strengthen our memories. Dreaming about new information can enhance your recall, acting as a mental rehearsal of what is important. Dreams may also help forecast the future or help you in making some kind of important decision. They serve as a message about what might be important to pay attention to in the future. And lastly, the symbolic meaning is highly personal. While dream dictionaries can be fun, only you can really see what the meaning or the symbolic of your dream is. Yes, you can go on the internet like, hey, I had this and this dream, please tell me what is. It's way more important to see what you are currently dealing with and why you are dreaming certain things. Hey, could you help me out and click the like button and subscribe? That would help me out a great deal. Thank you. It's quite funny because I used to be a stoner, and when you are smoking weed, your short-term memory is really, well, fucked. But we often got into discussion with my friends like people are never dreaming. And only later on I noticed the importance of dreaming. Of course, you're also going to process things that happen into your life, and you are able to give that a place. And that's really important. So if you never dream, you take that away from yourself. That you are confused, sad, or you don't know what to do with yourself. But besides weed, I also want to mention some other substances that can keep you away from dreaming. So for example, caffeine, alcohol, or certain medications, they really might affect the REM sleep. You might still be dreaming, but due to the fact that your short-term memory is changed or not working as it should, you might not remember your dreams. And this is why I really want to stress out, like, if you're daily smoking weed or you're just not making sure that your brain is healthy, and if you feel depressed or anxious and etc., please do yourself a favor and just stop using things that you think might help you during the day, but then you are not processing your feelings, and that just builds up and up. And I talk from experience, because you're just sort of self-sabotaging yourself. Now let's get into the practical part, how to trigger lucid dreaming. There are 5 known effective methods. The first is the wild method. Yeah, that sounds cool. The wake-initiated lucid dreaming. This technique involves directly entering a dream from waking life. Relax until you experience a hallucination, the state between being awake and asleep. When you are really tired and you're sort of in the state of like half sleeping and not sleeping, this is basically that, but you can trigger that as well. It might be a bit scary if you do this for the first time, but I will also give you a tip to get you out of here. But by getting yourself in that state and sort of forcing yourself to go into your REM sleep, you can trigger lucid dreaming as well. The most important thing just is that the moment that you are starting to dream or hallucinating, because it's sort of the same thing, is that you are aware, that you make a distinction in your mind that you are actually dreaming. I one time was just laying on my bed, and then I was going for this, and then all of a sudden I noticed like, oh wait, I am actually dreaming, because I noticed that I was hallucinating and I was going out of my bed, but I didn't go around the corner. I was not able to. And then I just noticed, oh wait, I'm still laying in bed. Tip here is, if you want to get yourself out of it, then what I always do is that I really focus on my neck and try to move it. And sometimes you just gotta give yourself like a hard pull like this, and then you flip out of that state. Reality testing is the next one. Train your mind to notice your consciousness by asking yourself, am I dreaming? Perform checks like looking at your hands or mirrors, because you will not see yourself in the mirror. Pushing your fingers through your palm like this, and checking clocks. This increases awareness that can lead to lucid dreaming. One thing that you can also do, and that I also did for a while, is every half an hour I would flick my hand like this to make aware in where I am right now. And then I would just continue that for a week, every half an hour or every hour. Then when I would be in my dream, I would also try to trigger myself, but then I would be aware that I was asleep. It all just has to do with awareness in the state of where you are. Wake back to bed. Set an alarm for 5 hours after you sleep. Wake up, stay awake for 30 minutes and then go back to sleep. Fun fact, they used to sleep like this, 100 years ago. Due to the 40-hour work week, our sleep really changed. But what people used to do is they used to sleep like this. Either sleep 5 hours and then 3 hours or the other way around. There is a certain creative state that you get into. Yes, you can go for reading but for example, you could also paint or write or do something else. Engaging in activities that require full alertness during this time can increase your chances of lucid dreaming. So, especially by focusing on your creative side, you sort of challenge yourself to go into lucid dreaming. Mnemonic induction of lucid dreams, or in other words, the mouth theory. As you fall asleep, think of a recent dream that you had and set an intention to remember that you are dreaming. So I also did this with the dream of my grandma, because I remember that I was in the house and at first I didn't really understand why I was there. And then I forced myself, like, I want to go back there because I want to understand why I was there at that specific moment. And then I got myself back to sleep, and then I started to understand, okay, I am here to sort of understand my grandma a bit better. And it really helps to sort of set an objective for yourself, like, okay, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Why am I dreaming at this current moment? And lastly, keep a dream journal. Write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. This is really important because it's so easy to just forget about what you just have dreamt. The likelihood of you forgetting your dream is really there. And this also triggers you to be more aware while you're dreaming. It all has to do with training at the end. So there are definitely a lot of benefits from dreaming, but also from lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming isn't just like a fascinating experience. It also has several benefits. It can help reduce nightmares. Once you really start to be busy with lucid dreaming, at least it took all my nightmares away. Because I was aware that I was dreaming, so I had no fear anymore in my dreams. Even if sometimes the dreams can be a little bit intense, I try to focus on the fact why I am in a certain dream, because there is always like a meaning behind it. And it took away my whole fear for nightmares. It gives you a certain power just due to the fact that you are aware in your dreams. It's also used for anxiety and PTSD. And that also has to do with the fact that you are processing certain things that happened in your life. This is really helpful, and I cannot stress this enough to people. If I currently talk with people and they tell me about their life or that they are not feeling that well, I always just ask them at first, like, hey, are you dreaming? Because if I know that they say no, or that they tell me, yeah, I haven't dreamt for years, well, the likelihood of you also walking around with unprocessed emotions or experiences is pretty high. And then it's just being honest to yourself, okay, what am I currently doing that keeps me away from dreaming? Where am I self-sabotaging myself? Moreover, lucid dreaming can really enhance creativity as well. As you explore and invent within your dreams in ways you might not be able to in normal life. Me being able to go back to my grandma's house, solving something, but also just sometimes I get a dream and then I know that I want to make a video about something. It happened a few times and it's just amazing. Maybe it sounds a bit dreamy, but you are able to do so much more, and the empowerment, if you have that belief in yourself, it's just awesome. Lucid dreaming opens up a world of possibilities within your own mind. Whether you're looking to explore your dreams for personal growth, creativity, or therapeutic purposes, it's a skill worth developing, and I really mean this. If you have ever experienced lucid dreaming, then please just let me know in the comments. Write me your wildest experiences, because I think that's always really cool. Also, if you have certain tips, please let me know. One last tip that I would really give you as well is like, our mind is just like our body. So if you are not eating well, drinking well, or just keeping yourself unhealthy, it might be that you also keep yourself from dreaming. So it's really important to do that as well. This was my video, or my ultimate guide about lucid dreaming. I hope you learned something. And then there is nothing else to say than big hug, much love, and then I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.